In this video, we're concerned with calculating the probability of an event that is defined in terms of two other events. Let's call these two events A and B. Suppose that A is the event that it's raining tomorrow and B is the event that it's cloudy tomorrow. What is the probability that it's raining tomorrow or it's cloudy tomorrow? In probability, when we use the term or, we mean that either A can occur or B can occur or both A and B can occur. In this context, it would be that it's either raining tomorrow or it's cloudy tomorrow or it's raining and cloudy. Now let's look at some examples of calculating probabilities of an event where the event is the combination of two events, A or B. So for our first example, we'll consider flipping a coin 2 times. So once, twice. Suppose we toss a fair coin twice. What is the probability of a head on the first toss or a head on the second toss? Well, in order to solve this problem, let's let A be the event of a head on the first toss. And this event has two possibilities. 2 heads in a row, head followed by a head, or head on the first toss and a tail on the second toss. And let's let B be the event of a head on the second toss. And that consists of two possibilities, a head followed by a head, or a tail on the first toss and a head on the second toss. Well, we can picture these events by using a Venn diagram. So the box is meant to represent all the possible outcomes, and the circle are meant to represent the two events, A and B. So A consists of a head followed by a tail, and then a head followed by a head, and the event B also consists of a head followed by a head and a tail followed by a head. And you can see I've put the 2 heads in a row in the overlap of A and B, and that overlap of A and B is called the event A and B, because both A and B occur simultaneously. In other words, a head on the first toss and a head on the second toss. So the only possibility that's missing from this Venn diagram are 2 tails in a row, and we'll put those outside the circle. But what we were really interested in is the probability of A or B. Well, there's 4 possibilities in total. There's 2 ways that A can occur, plus there's 2 ways that B can occur. But remember, A and B share or overlap in the possibility of 2 heads in a row. So we're counting that twice, so we have to subtract off one of those possibilities. Well, that's just equal to 2 over 4 plus 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4. And that's the same as the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B. And this is known as the addition rule. Now for our second example. Probability is often represented as an area under the curve. Suppose that this curve represents the birth weight of Canadian males in grams. What is the probability that a newborn male will have a birth weight below 1600 grams or above 3750 grams? The area under the curve to the right of 3750 grams is 0.03, and the area to the left of 1600 grams is 0.03. Let's let A be the event that birth weight, denoted by BW, is less than or equal to 1600 grams. And let's let B be the event that birth weight is greater than or equal to 3,750 grams. So what's the probability of a boy being born that's less than or equal to 1,600 grams or greater than or equal to 3,750 grams. That's just P of A or B. And so now we can use the addition rule, which is P of A plus P of B minus P of A and B. Well, from the diagram, P of A is right over here. It's that area there, so that's 0.03. And P of B is that area over there, which is also 0.03. But what's P of A and B? Can a boy be less than or equal to 1,600 grams and at the same time be greater than or equal to 3,750 grams? No. So that probability is just 0, minus 0. So the answer is 0.06.